Hey guys, and welcome back to a very special, as always, Humble Friday for August the 2nd. Today we are finding games that have gone on for this Humble Monthly so far. And the early unlocks for this month, if I haven't told you already, were Kingdom Come Deliverance and Surviving Mars. If you don't know about Kingdom Come Deliverance, you're Henry, the son of a blacksmith, thrust into a raging civil war. You watch helplessly as invaders storm your village and slaughter your friends and family, narrowly escaping their brutal attack. You grab your sword to fight back, avenge the death of your parents, and help repel the invading forces. People have said that this was the Skyrim killer. I've been playing it recently, trying to do my best to get into it, and it is the story's pretty good. Story's pretty decent. The graphics are really good, high end. It's the gameplay that kind of leaves much to be desired. The sword plays interesting and does all its stuff that way, but archery is broken. It's almost impossible to become an archer in that game unless you know what you're doing or do any of the hacks to get it. Some of the other things are kind of meh, but the game, all in all, I would probably give it the same thing, about a 70 in the 100 range, as it said here. Next, Surviving Mars. Surviving Mars is a sci-fi city builder all about colonizing Mars and surviving the process. Choose a space agency for resources and financial support before determining a location for your colony. Build domes and infrastructure. Research new possibilities and utilize drones to unlock more elaborate ways to shape and expand your settlement. I've actually been playing this too just to check it out, and it is actually very good. I find myself just zoning out and not doing much but watching my colony on Mars. It's really interesting but very vast in its ability and its technology and everything else to do. Very high end. Basically SimCity on crack. Alright, you also have Rising Storm 2 Vietnam. For the first time, the authentic gunplay and visceral first-player action of the Red Orchestra series is coming to an era of automatic rifles, man-made portable grenade launchers, and more modern weapon systems. Rising Storm 2 Vietnam casts players into a brutal, authentic recreation of the Vietnam War. As I've said before, I'm not a first-person shooter fan, specifically one that's mainly built around multiplayer, because most people who play multiplayer shooting games are mean, and I don't like mean people. So, so there you go. If you like this game, that is a game you got. Going on, we have Yocoos Island Express. This is interesting. I like the art style. Yoku has arrived on Makumana and he's ready for the easy life, soaking up the sun and delivering parcels on a tropical paradise. However, an ancient island deity is trapped in an endless sleep, and it's all down to Yoko to traverse the island using a unique blend of pinball mechanics, platforming, and open-world exploration in an amazing adventure to help those in need. Now, as we can see, it is really interesting. He looks like a dung beetle. So yeah, there's pinball stuff involved. That looks like an interesting platformer. The Adventure Pals. The Adventure Pals is an action-packed platformer about friendship, exploration, and riding your giraffe. Mr. B is kidnapping old people and turning them into hot dogs. It's up to you and your best buddies to save the day. You'll leap, slash, and blast your way through incredibly madcap levels filled with traps, weird and wild enemies, treasure, and more. I don't know, maybe that might be interesting. It'd be even better if it was two-player. Almost there. Sprint between saw blades while dodging homing missiles. Duck under lasers while the floor crumbles beneath you. Almost There was designed specifically for fans of the hardcore platforming genre. You've been warned. Noted. Not for me. Oh, Swords and Soldiers. Swarmageddon. Swords and Soldiers 2 Swarmageddon is an action-packed side-scrolling real-time strategy game from the makers of Awesomenauts. Fight to control the map and push the enemy back to their base in a highly tactical tug-of-war battle in online and split-screen multiplayer. Duel the devious AI in skirmishes or enjoy the extensive single-player campaign. I will probably play that. That sounds really interesting. The Humble original for this time is Don't Give Up. Interesting. I like the art style. Don't Give Up is a comedic RPG about a mentally ill game dev trying to find success in life who becomes wrapped up in the manifestations of his own inner demons. You'll delve into your subconscious in order to face darkness and an evil entity intent on unraveling your mind, all while fending off pizza bullies, social anxiety, and male pattern baldness. Those are all things I resonate with on a personal level. But it has a really interesting art style, kind of like you are playing a Game Boy Advanced RPG. Now, the early unlocks for next month is going to be Slay the Spire. It is a card game, roguelike, which has been really awesome when it first came out, as well as Squad, Communicate, Coordinate, and Conquer. I believe that is a first-person or third-person shooting game based on, obviously Squad coordinated tactics, like your SWAT, basically. But there you go, guys. There is your Humble Friday monthly for August the 2nd, 2019. If you got in on this deal, you did a great job. You helped out charity, and you got a great slew of games. And maybe next month, you'll also have a great, slew of games. Slay the Spire is worth $12 alone. Amazingly so. Which is, I will probably pick this up next time I get paid for $12. Come on, guys. So, until then, remember, always be kind to each other. And I will definitely see you in the next video.